Let's set the scene. You're scrolling your phone, and suddenly, there he is. King Charles III in a garden, trowel in hand, gazing at a plant with that "I'm just a regular bloke" glow. It's wholesome, but there's a catch. We've seen this before, not the photo, but the vibe. Meghan Sussex, months ago, in her sunlit California garden, looking serene, tending to kale. The internet lost its mind, half jealous, half obsessed with her hat. Now the king's giving us his best, thoughtful gardener pose. It's like your dad discovering TikTok dances a year late. You want to cheer him on, but also say, "Oh, darling, no." This isn't coincidence. It's a royal remake. The monarchy, in its own awkward way, is trying to get in on the action. It's the royal version of buying your rival's dress and hoping no one notices. But we notice. Oh, we notice. The curated casualness, the attempt at relatability, it's straight from Montecito. Imagine the palace meeting. The Sussexes are winning the relatable outdoorsy game. Who's our best gardener? All eyes on Charles. Your Majesty, how do you feel about trowels? The result, a photo that says, "Anything you can do, I can do too," just 6 months later, and in the rain. It's unintentional comedy at its finest. The monarchy is still following the Sussexes' lead, whether they admit it or not. The blueprint is obvious. The King's Garden moment is a hilarious, silent nod to who's really setting the agenda. And we're all here for it. Pass the biscuits. Meghan's garden. Pure California, sunshine, ocean breeze, and probably a green juice within reach. She's in linen, humming Jack Johnson, rescue chickens nearby. It's a lifestyle, a wellness ad, a magazine dream. The King's Garden, very British, history, tradition, and the threat of rain. The plants have Latin names, and gardening is a royal duty, not a hobby. He's not Zen, he's upholding centuries of runner bean standards. So when Charles tries Meghan's breezy, just picking lemons vibe, the clash is spectacular. It's like a classical orchestra playing Beyoncé. Notes are right, but the soul's missing. Meghan's photo felt authentic, a glimpse into her chosen life. The King's, staged. You can almost hear, "A little more to the left, Your Majesty." Meghan sells sun-kissed freedom. The King tries, but he's still the monarch with a trowel. Replicating the cool of someone who left your institution. That's irony you could spread on a scone. The public? We're just sipping tea, enjoying the spectacle. The contrast is the comedy. The King isn't just a guy with a trowel. He's the head of state, trying to look relatable. It's an effort, but the irony is delicious. We see the attempt, and we see the blueprint. And we're loving every minute. This isn't a one-off. It's a pattern. The palace playing catch-up with Harry and Meghan. Step 1. The Sussexes do something new and modern. Step 2. The press panics. Step 3. Months later, a senior royal does the same thing, but with more pomp. And maybe a few more hats. It's the royal circle of life. The palace claims dignified silence, but their actions scream, "Wait, that's popular. Quick, copy it." It's imitation, wrapped in denial, served with a side of, "We planned this all along." The Sussex blueprint is the playbook, and the royals are flipping through it, trying to keep up. Engage the youth. William, start a podcast. Emotional vulnerability, but keep it regal. It's reactive PR at its finest. The comedy, they think no one notices. They roll out new ideas as if they're revolutionary, but we see the strings. It's like a film franchise releasing a knockoff superhero movie months after the original. We know what's happening. The real royal drama is the slow-motion copying. The palace is always a step behind, but never admits it. The Sussexes innovate, the palace imitates, even if their garden looks suspiciously familiar. And honestly, it's more entertaining than any royal engagement. The silent copying is the show. The evidence? Endless and hilarious. Meghan's charity cookbook, criticised. Then suddenly the palace is all about community kitchens. Meghan and Harry launch a podcast, deemed too Hollywood. Months later, William's podcast is innovative. It's not copying, it's parallel thought. except one mind always goes first. Even personal touches are mimicked. Harry and Meghan's handholding? Unroyal. Now we see more royal PDA, just with regal restraint. It's affection, but filtered through protocol. The result? A little awkward, like a robot learning to hug. From mental health campaigns to emotional social media posts, the pattern is clear. The Sussexes create, the palace follows. The monarchy pretends the Sussexes don't matter, but their strategy says otherwise. It's Simon Says, with Harry and Meghan as Simon. Start a podcast. And so they do. The palace fills in the template, step by step. The copying is so transparent, it's almost endearing. The Sussexes are the pioneers, the palace, the settlers. The dynamic is strange, but it's the new royal reality. The monarchy's modern moves, all Sussex-inspired. And we're here for every copycat moment. Here's where the farce peaks, the media's double standards. Meghan cradles her baby bump. Scandalous. Another royal does it. A tender moment. Meghan's off-the-shoulder dress. Disrespectful. Another royal? Modern elegance. Meghan spends on designer clothes. Extravagant. Another royal. Investing in British fashion. The action is identical. The adjectives change with the name. The media creates outrage, then celebrates the same thing later. It's a self-sustaining cycle of nonsense. The palace's copying wouldn't be as funny without the media's flip-flopping. The hypocrisy is breathtaking and hilarious. If you didn't laugh, you'd cry. So let's just enjoy the absurdity, the irony. Harry and Meghan, the exiles, are setting the trends. They left for freedom, but now dictate the monarchy's vibe from afar. They're the monarchy's uncredited creative directors. They pushed boundaries, mental health, direct communication, global causes. They took the heat. The palace quietly adopted their moves. They brought 21st century relevance, personal branding, and authenticity. The palace, once dusty, now borrows their playbook. The exiles are the innovators, the royals, the cautious adopters. Harry and Meghan test ideas, absorb criticism, and the palace picks the best bits. It's efficient, low risk, and a little bit cheeky. The Sussexes blaze the trail, the king and court build on it. They left the family, but their influence is everywhere. The playbook is still in use. Why copy the couple who left? Simple, survival and relevance. The monarchy needs to look modern, not like a museum piece. Who embodies modern royalty? The Sussexes. They're personal, accessible, and in tune with the times. They connect, tell stories, and use social media authentically. The palace knows ribbon cutting isn't enough anymore, but they can't praise Harry and Meghan. It would validate their criticisms. Nor can they ignore their influence. So they imitate in silence, hoping to capture the Sussex spark. Every new initiative is a response to the exiles. The monarchy can't quit them. They're shaping its future from across the Atlantic. The Sussexes are the ghost at the banquet, the elephant in the room. The palace's every move is a silent admission. They need the Sussex magic. And so we end in the garden. The king, trowel in hand, is the perfect symbol of this royal comedy. They're all trying to look modern and relatable while embodying centuries of tradition. The copying is the cherry on top of a very British cake. What's next? Royal Jams, a lifestyle blog, a Netflix deal for royal topiary. The Sussex blueprint is still being followed, page by page. The palace will never admit it, but we see it, and we laugh. Every copied move is an unspoken compliment to Harry and Meghan. The king thinks he's gardening, but he's really tending the Sussex narrative. Carry on, Your Majesty. We're loving the show.
To all my amazing and curious Sussex family, thank you all for watching our videos, and do not forget to subscribe, like, and put a comment. Bye bye. See you in our next episode. Bye.